What's up, Outer Banks, and welcome to a new episode of OBXE TV, where we give you the inside scoop on what's happening in the local and regional entertainment world. I'm Sue Artz. First up, I'm going to tell you about some of the biggest concert announcements trending right now at OBXentertainment.com, starting with a shagadelic new event. The first ever Shallow Bag Shag Beach Music Festival will officially kick off the summer 2014 concert season on Memorial Day Monday, May 26th at Roanoke Island Festival Park in Manio, featuring the Embers, the Tams, and more. Reggae legends, the Wailers, will be back on the Outer Banks this summer, live in concert at Kelly's in Nags Head on Thursday, June 12th. Grammy winner and Williamsburg, Virginia native Bruce Hornsby will be live on stage at Roanoke Island Festival Park as part of the Brew Through Summer Concert Series Thursday, June 26th, with special guests, the Pat McGee Band and Chess Boxer. You can get full details on each of these upcoming concerts, including showtimes and ticket information, right now at OBXentertainment.com. We're very excited to have our first ever musical guest here today, who was voted by our readers as Favorite Band of the Year in the 2012 OBX Entertainment Awards. He's also featured in the spring 2014 issue of the North Beach Sun, and he just recently returned from Nashville where he recorded his newest singles. We're very happy to welcome singer-songwriter Jonny Waters.
This song I'm going to do for you guys is it's a song I wrote about my grandmother. She passed away a little more than 2 years ago. And she was the most important person in my life, so her passing really inspired me to write this next song. It's called Saving Grace. Sitting on the back porch swing, listen to those songbirds sing, la da 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 da. She talk about all the good times gone, laugh at everything we'd all done wrong. Mother, grandma, and friend. Saving grace, you were always there to lean on. Saving grace, you made me all I am. Saving grace, why there's any good about me, you'll always be my saving grace. Love taught me a lot more than any book or lesson plan. She was a saint in all our eyes. Family is what she loved best. It ain't the same now she's laid to rest. Pictures and memories are all that's left. Saving grace, you're always there to lean on. Saving grace, you made me all I am. Saving grace, why there's any good about me, you'll always be my saving grace. And now you went away too soon. You know you were always my saving grace. You're always there to lean on. Saving grace, you made me who I am. Saving grace, why there's any good about me, you'll always be Saving grace, you were always there to lean on. Saving grace, you made me all I am. Saving grace, why there's any good about me, you'll always be my saving grace, my saving grace, my saving grace.
Thanks for being here, Johnny. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm very glad to be here.
Great. My husband Matt has already been lucky enough to interview you for the North Beach Sun, where I know you talked a lot about your musical influences, but I wanted to ask you specifically about your song Flip Flop Cowboy.
Well, Flip Flop Cowboy, I wrote a few years ago, and we're actually coming up on the 1 year anniversary of that, releasing it. We released it Memorial Day weekend last year, so we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary for that. And really the idea around that was kind of just based in the geography of this area and how it affected me and how it affects everyone around the Outer Banks. And it was just kind of an anthem for all the fishermen and surfers and beach lovers and just all the folks around here. And me in particular, I'm from Columbia, which is a rural, kind of agricultural, centered place. And being there, you're kind of caught in the middle of two worlds. You're caught in, the world of the, salt life or whatever, where you're, attached to the Outer Banks and affected by that. But also part of the, culture in Columbia is, it's much more southern, and it's much more, farming based, and kind of a typical southern small town. So just kind of being caught in the whirlwind of that culturally, I feel like was really what I wanted to say with Flip Flop Cowboy. Just kind of a statement about myself. And
yeah, well, it's a great song, and I watched the video, and that was filmed right here on the Outer Banks, right?
Right. We chose a lot of local businesses that have helped support us along the way, and just wanted to feature them and use them to tell our story, but at the same time promote their businesses and help them grow and advertise them and get their names out there as well. So just kind of a mutually beneficial thing, I feel like, for us and them.
Cool. Well, you were recently in Nashville recording some new material that you also wrote. What do you have going on with your new songs?
Well, we went out to Nashville in March, which was pretty much 1 year from when we went out to Nashville to record Flip Flop Cowboy. And we started working on a few new songs there, and we spent a week out there at Blackbird Studios, which is the same place where we recorded Flip Flop Cowboy, and they have a great studio and a great staff and really top-notch world-class equipment. So that's really why we chose to go there, and why I chose to go there again. And places like that are dying. I mean, there's not a lot of large studios. Used to, in days gone by, that was the way things were done. Everybody went to a studio and cut their songs. But this day and age, anybody with a laptop and a interface and a microphone can make a record. So it's kind of a get it while you can. I mean, those places aren't going to be around forever. And I wanted to experience, and I wanted the band to experience it. And Flip Flop Cowboy in particular was a throwback song, to the nostalgic era of like the 50s and 60s, with the musical textures. So it needed to be done in a place that had equipment from that era,
right,
to get that particular sound. So it was really imperative for that song to be recorded in Nashville. And the new songs that we recorded this past March that we're going to be releasing soon, it was important for those as well, because one of the songs that we're going to be releasing is called Saving Grace, and that's a song about my grandmother. And it's it's kind of an old school country song. It's just a real sentimental song, and it needed to be done in a place like Blackbird and in a town like Nashville, where those type of themes are in music. And And the other songs we're doing, weren't as imperative to get recorded there, but that one in particular, needed to be done at a place like Blackbird, and so that's why we went there. That's why we chose Nashville. And no matter, we're known for creating a variety of music, but with my dialect and my voice, it's always going to have either a country label, or it's at least going to have some connotations
right
involving country, just because of that. So Nashville, it's the place to be. You know what I mean?
Cool.
That's,
Cool.
that's what you're going for.
So are you still writing new stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been writing songs. I usually write in the winter, just because there's usually downtime. There's not as many shows and there's not as much going on, and I can kind of just get lost inside my own head and figure out what I want to tell the world. And so I've been working on some new stuff. Got a new love song I've been working on, and some reggae stuff that I'm working on, trying to incorporate into our original material. We cover a lot of reggae songs, but we don't have any full-fledged reggae songs. I mean, a Flip Flop Cowboy and a song that we're going to be releasing that we've worked on at in Nashville, called Too Hot for Clothes, have reggae breaks in them, or reggae sentiments, but they're not. They're still ride the line between country and reggae. So working on some stuff that's even closer to the reggae style, and even have a R&B type song that I'm working on. So really just kind of branching out. I mean, we're known for Flip Flop Cowboy, and we're known for country and rock because of our live shows, but the whole band, including myself, is very varied as far as their interests and abilities. So we're going to always be doing something new, and I don't think we'll ever be pigeonholed as far as genres go.
That's good. So will you go back to Nashville to record?
Maybe at some point. At this point in time, the new songs I'm working on that I've been writing and going to be releasing probably later this year or early next year don't really have to be done in Nashville. They're much more, they have a much more modern sound, and they're going for more modern themes. So we kind of have the capabilities ourselves to produce that in-house. We don't have to go to a place like Blackbird, where you have to have a large room and a real reverb tank and 50 mics on a drum kit and all that stuff. We're not going to be going for that sound, so we're going to be actually be able to do those ourselves, which is exciting. And so Nashville, I'm sure it's always going to be a part of what we do. We're always going to be heading out there, working on some live shows there and stuff like that. But for the immediate future, I don't think we'll be doing any recording there for a while, unless the need arises. We're kind of taking a new direction as far as recording goes. But we always look forward to going to Nashville. It's a great place.
Nice. Well, I know that you're going to be at Dare Day celebration in downtown Manio, and that's on Saturday, June 7th, and then at Kelly's in Nags Head on July 19th. Yep,
July 19th. We're looking forward to both of those shows. Really looking forward to Dare Days. I mean, that's a huge local event, and I think we're doing the 1:30 to 3 time slot that afternoon, so that should be a great time, and we're going to have the full band out there. And it should just, it should be a great show, and it should be a great afternoon. And Kelly's is always a blast. We love playing there. It's they've got one of the best venues around.
They do.
And they have Mike Kelly. He's a great guy, and he's always been a big supporter, and he's a great pillar in the community. So we always look forward to playing there, and especially on a Saturday in the middle of summer. It should be a great show.
Cool. Are there any other dates coming up where people can see you, or somewhere you play on a regular?
We have lots of dates. All summer long we'll be playing Mondays at Mulligan's, Tuesdays at Miller's Restaurant on the waterfront. Every Wednesday we'll be at Fish Heads on the Outer Banks Fishing Pier. Every Thursday I'll be singing the national anthem and doing a few songs at the Outer Banks Daredevils games.
Oh, cool.
And then Fridays and Saturdays we're all around. We're everywhere from Wilmington to Richmond, Virginia Beach. Some shows here, down in Ocracoke. We're just kind of all over the place on the weekends. So you can go to our website, JonnyWatersandCompany.com, and click on the shows tab and keep track of us and where we're going to be.
Cool. That's awesome that you're able to stay so busy.
Yeah, we're very grateful to be as busy as we are. I mean, it's being a working musician is, sometimes a contradictory statement, but we're lucky to be,
right,
one of the few folks that are able to do it, full time.
That's awesome. So, how many other guys are in your band?
That really, we have, the core band, you know what I mean, which is, myself, really myself and the drummer Alex Jolly are the core of the band. I mean, him and I are basically the creative engine, we're the ones that are the leaders, and whatnot. So, and we have his uncle Bill Jolly plays bass with us.
Mm-hmm.
We also have another bassist, Stevie Furlano, who's filling in as well. So they both work on other projects, and they both have other things in life, so they just kind of share the responsibility of the bass role in the band. And my dad plays percussion, bongos, congas, tambourine, shakers, rub board, just all that world and folk, type stuff. And that's also a shared role. We also have Tyler Spruill, who we affectionately call Slim, who also fills in that role. For instance, this weekend he'll be playing instead of my dad on the percussion and stuff. So we have that's a shared role between those guys. And just recently we've added Scott Franson and Christine Young. They're both local musicians, well known, and just awesome, great people, from the Outer Banks. And Scott plays guitar, acoustic and electric, and he does some keyboard stuff and organ. And he also sings. And then Christine, she sings backup vocals and plays fiddle for us. So at larger shows like Kelly's and Dare Days, you'll see everyone out on the stage.
Nice.
And then some of those weekday shows, you might just see Alex and I. He'll be doing like a hand drum and me on acoustic, you know what I mean, on some of those weekday shows. It just all depends on the venue. We just try to cater to that and what kind of audience is going to be there, and give them what they're going to want. That's appropriate.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming out here. I think
awesome.
You're going to play another song, and this one it's going to be a new unreleased.
Yeah, it's going to be an unreleased song, one we're working on producing ourselves, and releasing probably later this year.
Great. Well, we can't wait to hear it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks again for being here.
Glad to be here. The last song I did for you guys is one we recorded out in Nashville, and we'll be releasing soon, Saving Grace. This next one I'm going to do is one we're actually going to self-produce. We're working on now, and we're probably going to release later on this summer or later on this year. And it's actually kind of the follow-up for Flip Flop Cowboy. It's just a beach country drop rock song. It's called Too Hot for Clothes. I actually wrote this song. I was back at ECU as an undergraduate, and I was taking summer classes trying to hurry up and graduate early, and I was walking across campus, and it was just deathly hot, just one of those 100% humidity, 100-degree days. And I was thinking to myself, man, there's only one place to be right now, and that's the beach, with a bathing suit on instead of clothes. So this is Too Hot for Clothes. Making my commute in the afternoon light, out summer air and the sun shining bright. Caught in the jam at the long red light. I got them sweated back and there's no relief inside. And in my mind, I drift away for a time to that sweet coastline. You by my side. Well, on a day like today, there's only one place to go, with a woman like you and some sand between my toes. Lay me down where the cool water flows. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes. Across the country there's a daily heat wave. Looking for a break, but it's even too hot in the shade. This time of year you know we gotta get away to some place we can splash and play all day. In my mind, away for a time to that sweet coastline. You by my side. Well, on a day like today, there's only one place to go, with a woman like you and some sand between my toes. Lay me down where the cool water flows. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes. Day like today, there's only one place to go, with a woman like you and some sand between my toes. Lay me down where the cool water flows. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes. Well, on a day like today, there's only one place to go, with a woman like you and some sand between my toes. Lay me down where the cool water flows. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes. Oh baby, it's too hot for clothes.
Well, thanks so much to Jonny Waters for his amazing performance here today on our show. I'm Sue Artz with OBXEntertainment.com and OBXE TV, and we'll see you soon.